there is no any more extra questions which are frequently asked on the compressor. Only important 7 to 8 questions which are frequently asked in interview. Okay, so let's start it. Our today's topic is compressor. Is it okay? Okay, so let's start it. The first question is that what is a compressed air? What is a compressed air? Yes, Vishwa.
More than atmospheric air is called the compressed air.
Atmospheric air.
Yeah, that's atmospheric pressure. Sorry, sir.
No. Anyone? Pradyuman, what is a compressed air? Okay, no
The
problem.
air which has high pressure and less volume.
Just increasing its pressure, bro.
It's increasing its pressure.
Yes, by reducing volume.
Okay. Yes, Rakshit, what is a compressed air?
As you know, airs are usually packed in its natural state, and when you compress it using high pressure, then it's called as compressed air.
Okay, okay. All are right. No issue. Anyone having a different way? Yes, Harish.
Air with a larger
Uh,
density.
yes. The the air is pressurized to more than atmospheric pressure, and the air pressure is used in various industrial purpose also.
Okay. Yes, Sanket.
High density air, that is compressed air.
High density air. Sanket is right. Sahil, brother. High density air means compressed air. Is it right?
I think air that has pressurized and the pressure is greater than that of atmospheric air, the pressurized air. Now, obviously, when air is pressurized, the density of air increases.
Okay, okay. Okay, just I tell you. Okay. So compressed air is also called as the pressurized air. Okay. In compressor, we reduces its volume and increases its pressure. So in simple word, its definition. Okay. Where we compress the air, it means we reduce its volume and increases its pressure. It is called as the compressed air. Got it?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So the next question is that the types of the compressor. What are the types of the compressors? Anyone know? Rakshit, what are the types of the compressors?
The main types are rotary, centrifugal, screw,
Okay.
reciprocating.
Okay. Screw and rotary both are same, no? In
No, sorry.
yes, no problem. Yes, Vishwa. What are the types of the compressors?
Yeah, bro. Reciprocating, rotary, roll, screw. These are the types of compressors.
Okay. Vihan.
Yes, bro. Basically, compressors divided classified into two types: dynamic, rotodynamic, and positive displacement. And further, positive displacement classified into reciprocating and rotary, and reciprocating classified into single acting, double acting, and yeah, that's it, bro. Rotary has a lobe, screw, and vane.
Okay, okay. You tell the classification of the compressor. Okay, and I ask the types of the compressor. You
Sorry,
are right.
sorry,
No problem. You are right also.
sorry.
Okay, no problem. Anyone know the different answer about the types of the compressor? Harish?
Reciprocating and rotary type. I know two types.
Yes, yes. All are right. Basically, compressor, there are the four main types we use in mostly. First one is the rotary compressor, where we can, for example, rotary compressor is a screw compressor. And second one is the centrifugal compressor. Third one is the reciprocating compressor. And fourth one is the axial compressor. The axial compressor we use in aircraft. Okay. Am I right, Sahil bro?
Yes, yes. The axial one we use in aircraft.
Yes. So, anyone having doubt about this question? Types of the
Can
compressor?
you repeat me again?
Yes, Ishwa.
Repeat the answer again, bro.
Okay, so basically four types of compressor we mostly use in nowadays. First one is the rotary compressor. In rotary compressor, for example, which is the screw compressor, is a type of the rotary compressor. Okay, and then second one is the centrifugal compressor. Third one is the reciprocating compressor, and fourth one is the axial compressor. The axial compressor we use in aircraft applications. Is it okay, Vishwa? Okay.
Yeah, bro. Continue.
So the next question is that why we need the compressed air on board ship? What is the application of compressed air on board ship?
To start the main engine.
Okay,
To perform
to perform.
some automations in the ship.
Yes, okay. Yes, Pradyuman, do you know this answer? Why we compressor use on board ship?
Bro, as per my knowledge, when we have to do the combustion inside the engine, then we compress the air because when we compress the air, more air molecules get pressurized, due to which good combustion will take place. I
And
don't
we
know
can
much, but
Yes, Vihan.
also use in our accommodation purposes. In
Accommodation
the
purposes.
yes,
Okay. Uh, yes, Vihan, tell the we use the compressor for accommodation purposes. Is right?
No, actually we don't use compressed air in accommodation. That's the different system, HVAC, heat ventilation and air conditioning for the
Yes, Vihan.
accommodation purpose.
Okay, okay. Vihan,
yes, bro.
bro, can you explain how we use the compressor for accommodation purpose? Give just one example.
Yeah, I think maybe we can use this compressed air in deck, not accommodation, exactly on deck to blow the some minute dust particles.
Okay, you are talking about the hydroblaster, I think. The deck machinery that is used to is run on compressed air.
Okay, okay. Can you tell again, Sahil, bro, what is you just said?
Actually, yes, the deck machineries like hydroblasters are used for that hydroblasting. They use the compressed air.
What is a hydroplaster? Can you explain?
Actually, hydroblaster job like chipping like that hydro gun. You know, just they
Okay,
rotate
okay.
it
Right, right, right.
like that only.
Keeping purpose. Okay, okay, okay. No problem. So, shall we move to another question, or anyone having doubt about this question? Why we need the compressor on board ship? Okay, just I tell you why we use the compressor on board ship. The compressor basically used on board ship to start the main engine. Okay, to start the main engine, we require 30 bar air pressure. So that is the main reason we use the compressor on board ship. Second reason is that sometimes we use the compressor for starting the generator. Am I right, Sahil bro?
Yes,
Sometimes we use
absolutely.
compressor for to starting the generators.
Yes, Aviraj.
Okay, and third reason is that it is also used for the control and safety purpose, or as Akash bro said, for the what do you say, Akash bro?
Automation, no? Control and
Yes,
automations.
automation, control and automation purpose. Okay, is it clear? or shall we move to another question, Pradhiman?
Bro, can you please repeat the first answer of yours?
Uh, can I repeat?
First part of your answer. Yeah.
Okay, so the compressed air is basically used on board ship to start the main engine. Okay, this is the first reason. To start the main engine, we require 30 bar air pressure. So that's why we use the compressed air. This is the first reason. Second reason is that this compressed air sometimes we use to start the generators. Okay, you know that the generator we use for the electricity purpose on board the ship. And the third reason is that it is also used for the control system and the safety system. Okay, so these are the application of the compressor basically we use on board ship. Is it okay? Okay. So the next question is that can you explain the safeties of the compressor? Anyone? Just tell the safeties. Don't explain. Just tell the name of the safeties. Which types of safety we use in compressor? Yes. Anyone? Whatever you know, just talk. No problem. Sanket.
No, I don't know.
Veeramanikan.
Yes, bro.
Yes, can you tell me the safeties of the compressor? What are the safeties we use in compressor?
Sorry, bro, no idea.
Okay, no problem. Yes, Rakshit.
Yeah, bro.
Yes, yes, Vihan.
Lube oil, low pressure trip,
Okay,
and relief valve,
okay,
mm, water jacket, high temperature trip.
okay, and
Yes, bro. That's it. I know.
okay, no problem. Anyone know which types of safety we use?
I think we use bursting this and use the boot plug also.
Yes, yes. Last one is the bursting this. Okay, so the safeties which we are used in compressor. The first one is the low lube oil pressure. Okay, low lube oil pressure trip. This is the first safety. Second safety is that safety wall or relief wall. Third one is the high temperature cutout. Fourth one is the water jacket temperature sensor. And fifth one is the bursting disc. Okay. So can anyone explain the how the low lube oil pressure safety trip and how it's operate in compressor? Is Rakshit or Vihan how the low lube oil pressure safety operate?
Yes, bro. If the gauge of the lube oil get reduced, automatically it trips the air compressor. It, I mean, without bursting the compressor. I mean, it can help the compressor to save.
Yes, right. Pradyuman, do you know idea about the low lube oil pressure safety? Okay, 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 no problem. Yes, Sahil, can you explain the how lube oil, low lube oil pressure safety operate?
Okay, actually, the concept is the lube oil in air compressor is used to lubricate the crankcase, right? Crankcase and
Yes,
that thing, moving parts. If
yes,
lube
yes.
oil gets very low, the machinery can get run dry. To
Or
avoid that,
yes, yes.
yes,
Continue,
sorry.
continue. Yes, yes, right. You are also right.
Okay. To avoid that, there's a level gauge or it's a level switch fitted that can get cut off when the lube oil level gets low below the certain limit and low lube oil alarm gets activated. Automatically cut off the compressor.
Yes, yes, sure, right. Because we use the compressor, which is rotary. There is having some rotary parts, right? So these rotary parts, we have to provide the lubrication oil for its lubrication purpose. Okay. So for this lubrication oil, we set the pressure, which is desired pressure. If the pressure which is decrease or below the set pressure, then this safety operates and trip the compressor, and it avoids the damages from the compressor. Okay. So this is a low lube oil pressure safety. Is it clear? Or anyone having doubt about this safety? Rakshit?
No, no doubt.
Okay. So next safety is this safety wall or relief wall. What is the function of the relief wall? Yes, Pradyuman.
Yeah, bro. So the function of safety or relief wall is that when compressor produce a lot of pressure inside it, and when due to any reason that pressure is not going to get out from the compressor, then this safety came into the action and release the excessive pressure from the compressor.
Okay, you are also right. Anyone? What is the safety wall? How it's operate?
It release the excess pressure, bro, in this system.
Yes, yes, you are also right. And basically, we two safety walls are used in compressor. Am I right?
Yes, Ravi.
For the safety purpose. Okay. So the safety wall or relief wall, the function of the relief wall is that to relieve the excessive pressure which is generated inside the compressor to save the compressor from the damages. Okay. So second safety, is it clear or anyone having doubt about this? Okay. So the third safety is that high temperature cutout. What is the high temperature cutout safety? Is Harish? What is the high temperature cutout safety and how it's operate?
Don't know, bro.
Okay. No
If
problem.
the cylinder gets more hotter, automatically it senses the temperature. Now it trips the compressor for saving the piston and that system, mechanical system.
Okay. Where is the location of the high temperature cutout safety?
I think surrounding the cylinder, bro. I don't know exactly.
Is it a discharge of the compressor?
Yes, yes. I actually I got the answer, which is fitted at the discharge side of the compressor. Am I right, Sahil bro?
Yes, yes. Absolutely right, sir.
Okay. So the high temperature cutout safety, which is fitted at the discharge side of the compressor. Okay. It's make
It's
sure that
basically for the
yes,
high air temperature tube.
is
That's
higher
the
temperature. Yes, yes. It is fitted at the discharge side of the compressor. So it makes sure that the discharge air temperature is normal. It's not very high because okay, because of there is a chances of the hazardous. So that's why this safety fitted at the discharge side of the compressor. Is it clear?
Ravi bro, is this the same concept about when the pressure is applied and the volume is getting decreased and temperature of the gas increase, and due to that increase in temperature, we use this
Yeah.
safety?
Yes, yes. Actually, that's the concept when our aftercooler did not work properly. Because we use cooler to reduce the air temperature in compressor. If the compressed air gets more temperature, that means the aftercooler is not working and the compressed air, high temperature air can damage further into the system. That will talk about that is the different point. Basic
Intercooler.
concept is that the
We
high
use
temperature
intercooler
can
and aftercooler, na right? Sahil bro.
yes, 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 yes.
Yes, Pradyuman.
The high temperature trip actually gets activated after the aftercooler.
Yes, aftercooler, right?
The
So this
discharge
Sal
the
from
bro,
compressor.
was my point? Sal bro, was my point right or wrong?
Yeah, yeah, you are right, bro. That's the actual concept.
Okay,
When air gets compressed, the temperature of air get increases.
okay. So release that due to release that temperature, we use that
Uh,
type safety.
we use the after the cooler air coolers inside the compressor to reduce the temperature.
Okay,
But if anyhow the temperature did not reduce, we can get the alarm. After that, the temperature switch get
okay, okay,
activated. There's a high temperature alarm.
okay. Okay.
okay. And fourth one safety is that water jacket temperature sensor. Anyone know about this? What is the water jacket temperature sensor and its function? Try to speak, bro.
As
Problem. Yes, Rakshit.
intercooler is cooled by cooling water. So whenever the
Yes.
temperature is very high, it will not be able to cool whatever compressed air is there. So whenever the temperature of this water gets very high, a trip is set up.
Okay. Right. Sanket.
Sorry, bro, I don't know about this.
Okay, no problem. Vishwa. What is the water
No, bro,
jacket?
I also don't have any idea.
Okay, okay, no problem. So basically, water jacket temperature sensor, which is sense the water temperature. Okay, the function of the water jacket temperature sensor is that to sense the temperature of the water. This water which is circulated from the intercooler and aftercooler. Okay, through the intercooler and aftercooler. Do you know about this? What is the intercooler and aftercooler? Anyone know about this? What is the intercooler and aftercooler?
Yes, like it's provided at the compressor. So
Yes.
we know, right, like we use multistage compressor.
Okay.
So after first stage of compression, we use intercooler, and at the discharge side of second compression, we use aftercooler.
Yeah. The intercooler and aftercooler, it works as like heat exchanger. Am I right, Sahil bro? It's extract the heat from the air and
Yes,
it reduces
yes,
the
Raviraj.
temperature of the air.
Yes, Raviraj.
Okay, so we will discuss in next question. What is the intercooler and aftercooler? Okay, no problem. So the last safety is that what is the bursting disk and how it's operate and what is the function of the bursting disk? Anyone know the operation of the bursting disk? Rakshit, Vihan.
Sorry, bro, don't know.
Okay,
I think we put this bursting disk on intercooler and aftercooler. So whenever the pressure exceeds the safety value, it will burst, like releasing all the compressed air inside. It is non-reusable because it will burst and you can never use it again.
okay. Anyone? Sahil, can you explain how it's work bursting disk?
What? Raviraj, correct if I'm wrong. I think I just miscalculated this busting this and fusible plug. That's the controversial topic in this.
Okay,
Actually, the when we talk about the hot air going in the air bottle, no,
okay,
sometimes that the air inlet walls in the cylinder can get back. I don't know actually. I just have the confusion, so I better not talk about this.
okay. No problem. Just a minute. I share the screen. You can just tell me visible or not. Just a minute. Is it visible?
Yeah, bro.
Okay. Is it visible, na?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So here you can see this is a intercooler. Okay, and there is a tubes inside the intercooler. The air gets circulated through the tubes and out from the another side from the tubes. Okay, and you can see here the location of the bursting disk. Is it visible? Location of the bursting disk.
Yes,
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
Okay, and it is an intercooler body. Okay, so basically a bursting disk is fitted on the intercooler and aftercooler body. Okay, just a minute. I explain the how it's work. A bursting disc or bursting plate is basically fitted on the intercooler and aftercooler body for the safety purpose. Okay, we know the intercooler and aftercooler air is flowing through the tubes or uh, and around the tubes water gets circulated. Okay, and the air pressure in the intercooler which is around 5 to 6 bar and the air pressure inside the aftercooler is around 30 bar. Okay, and the water which is circulated over the tubes, you can see the water inlet and water outlet. Is it visible, water inlet and water outlet?
Yes, visible, Raviraj.
Okay, so water gets circulated over the tubes, which is cools the air. Okay, and its pressure around 2.5 to 2.7 bar. Okay, so if we use the bursting disc, is reason is that if you can see here air is circulated through the tubes. Okay, if in chances there is a tubes get broken, okay, then this pressurized high pressurized air directly enter into the this area, which is water gets circulated over the tubes, and this area get it will be over pressurized. Okay, and it will burst directly, and which is made up of from the cast iron, and it will damage the operator also. So that's why reason we use the bursting disc in the intercooler or aftercooler body, which is burst the at the set pressure or at the limited pressure, and it will save the compress. It save the intercooler and aftercooler body from the damages. Okay, so this is the function of the bursting disc. Is it clear?
Bro, can you explain
Yes.
once? Can you explain once again?
Sorry.
Can you explain once again?
Uh, can I explain again?
Yes, please.
Okay. So you can see here air get enter from the one side and out from the second side, right? So this is the part of the intercooler and aftercooler where air gets circulated through the tubes and water circulated over the tubes. Okay, why we use here water? To reduce the temperature of the air, compress air. Okay, so here we water use for that reason. So you can see water air circulated through the tubes and water circulated over the tubes. If there is chances the tubes get broken or it can break, there is some reason, then this pressurized air directly enter into the this area, which is water is circulated through the over the tubes na, and this area will be over pressurized, and it will burst the body of the intercooler or aftercooler, which is made up of from the cast iron. Okay, and it will damage the operator also. So because of that safety reason, we use here in the body of the intercooler, there is a bursting disc. It's like a plate. Okay, it will burst if there is a high pressurized air enter inside the in this area, then it will burst directly. Okay, and high pressurized air uh, remove from this chamber, which is fitted from the bursting disc area. Okay, so it will save the whole the body of the intercooler or aftercooler from the damages. So this is the working of the bursting disc. I will send you this photo and its notes after the completing this session. No problem. Okay. Basically, in compressor, this question are frequently used, frequently asked, working of the bursting disc. So you have to know the concept of the bursting disc mostly. Is it clear, or shall we move to another question?
Bro, like when water leaks mixes with pressure increases and bursting disc burst, right?
Rakshit bro, your voice is not clear. Can you tell me again?
Like when water is there and cooling water is there and the cooling water leaks and that mixed with the air, pressure increases and bursting disc burst, right?
Yes, yes, right. Water and pressurized air get mixed, and because of the they will get over pressurized and they burst the uh, intercooler or aftercooler body. So that's why for the safety reason we use bursting disc like a plate which burst at the set pressure or as per their body material pressure, and it will remove the all pressurized water and air inside the chamber from the certain like a pipe, and it will decrease its pressure and save the whole body of the intercooler and aftercooler from the damages. So that's the function of the bursting disc. Okay. So anyone? having a doubt still, you can ask, no problem. Okay, after completing session, I will send you its notes, no problem. Okay. So the another next question is that why multi-stage compressor preferred over the single-stage compressor? Why we use multi-stage compressor in onboard ship? Why we not use the single-stage compression on board ship?
We need more pressurized air, so we need multi-stage compressor in vessels, I mean boats. So for starting the main engine or starting the auxiliary engine, we need more amount of pressurized air. uh, the amount will be 30 bar or more than 30 bars. So the
But
multi-stage compressor can generate a compressed air as like 30 bars. So we use on board ships.
we can use also single-stage compression, or we can produce the 30 bar pressure. There is no requirement of multi-stage. Also, we can
Even
produce 30 bar by using single-stage compressor. Then why we use multi-stage? Why we need of the multi-stage?
it can reduce the power usage.
Power
Helps
uses.
it. Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
yeah, that's exactly power usage.
Yes. Yes. Is anyone? Pradyuman
We
bro?
can
Do you
reduce
know?
the.
Yes. Yes. Vihan, you are right. Also.
Yeah, bro, as per my concept that if we use single stage compressor, then it will going to take a lot of time and which will going to consume more power than if we use multi-stage compressor, then it will going to compress the air much more easily and in very short span of time.
Okay. Basically, we use multi-stage compressor to reduce the work done or to minimize the work done. It is a one-line answer. Anyone know in a different way? Anyone can explain in different way.
Like the cost for which it will take for a single compressor to compress from 1 bar to 30 bar. The construction and like whatever construction type is there, it will be very costly. And as you know, using multi-stage compressor, the total work under the area of graph is much lesser than using a single compressor.
Okay. So can I?
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. Is it visible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So the multi-stage compression compressor we use because of to reduce the work done. Okay, that is the main reason why we use. Because if you reduces the work done, then of course you will save your cost. Okay, so just look here. You can see there is a graph. Okay, one side is a pressure and volume graph. Okay, so when we use the single stage compressor, then you can see here 1 to 2 process. It is a suction process, and 2 to 3 it is a compression, single stage compression process. Okay, and 3 to 4 it is a aftercooler process. Is it clear? 1 to 2 is a suction, 2 to 3 is a compression. I am talking about single stage compressor. Okay, but if you use this two stage compressor, then what will happen? You can see 1 to 2 process is a suction process, 2 to 3 dash, which is compression process. Okay, 3 to 4 dash, which is a your compressed air passes through the intercooler. Okay, in intercooler where we reduces its temperature of the compressed air. So with the reduces its temperature, its volume also be reduces. So you can see that after that 4 days to 5 days, again we compress in second stage compression and then passes through the aftercooler. But you can see here, which is green area, this area which is the work done, which we save in single stage compression. Okay, you can see the process of, sorry, which we save in two stage compression.
Uh,
two-stage compression. So you can see the process 1 to 2 is a suction process, 2 to 3 is a first stage compression, 3 dash to 4 dash, which is intercooler process, 4 dash to 5 dash, which is second stage compression, and 5 dash to 6 dash, which is aftercooler process. So you can see that here we save the work done. Na? So we save the work done means we save the cost of the our operational cost. Okay. So that's why we use the multi-stage compression over the single stage compression. For example, just a minute. Okay. So the main reason is that to reduce or to save the work done. That's why we use the multi-stage compression. For example, if there is we know that we require the 30 bar air pressure to start the main engine. Okay. So if you use the single stage compressor for the 30 bar air pressure, then your compressor will take more time to produce the 30 bar air pressure from the 1 bar to 30 bar. Okay. So it means your motor will run for a long time and it will consume more current. So it is directly concerned with the your cost. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. But in multi-stage compression, what happen now? You compress your air first stage from 1 bar to 5 bar. Okay. And then you passes your compressed air through the intercooler, where you reduces your air temperature as you reduces your volume. So in second stage compression, you don't require more time because its volume also reduces, na? Then you don't want require more time to compress it. So here your time also save. So that's the reason here you save your work done also. So that's why we use the multi-stage compression over the single stage compression. Okay, is it clear or anyone having doubt about this? Okay, no problem. So the last question is that what is the function of the aftercooler? Why we use the aftercooler? Akash, do you know why we use the aftercooler and what is the function of the aftercooler? Vihan?
Yes, bro. After cooler, it reduces the temperature of air, which we can store more amount of pressurized air in air bottle. So basically, it works is reducing the temperature of air.
Okay. Pradyuman?
No, bro. I have no idea.
Okay. Akash? Bhavin? Yes, Harish? Harish, do you know about this?
No, bro.
Okay. Okay. Sahil, can you explain the function of the aftercooler?
Just after the second stroke, as we compressed further from 5 to 7 bar to 30 bar, the temperature of the air gate increases to
Right.
reduce the temperature. And as like the hotter air can, as Raviraj said, when air temperature get increases, likely the volume of the air get decreases. But
Right.
if you may maintain the same temperature at, say, just an example, if you take air temperature of 80 of 30 bar, and if you take air temperature of 20 or 30 degrees Celsius, which means that the air from 80 bar and air from 30 degrees Celsius is much lesser in the density. The more amount of
Yes.
air can be stored in the 30 degrees Celsius air in the air bottle.
Okay.
Just to reduce the air temperature, we can increase our air density and we can increase our volume of the air that we can store more in air bottle.
You are also right. Or second reason, am I right? Please check. So the multi-stage compressor we use because of to remove the oil from the compressed air. at the aftercooler. In the aftercooler, we remove the oil, some oil particles from the air.
Is it like so that that oil doesn't react with the high temperature and it might like combustion might occur?
Yes, because in second stage compressor there is also crank reciprocating action, na? Piston cylinder reciprocating action. So there is also lubrication takes place inside the compression cylinder. So some oil in the form of the moisture which enter through the compressed air into the air bottle. So it might be chances of the fire hazard because and if the oil get contact through the this high temperature air, then there is a chances of the fire hazard in the air bottle.
Yes,
Some
absolutely.
there is a yes, I think there is a one unit to be fitted in the aftercooler which remove the some oil particles from the air.
There's the what to say,
Yes, yes.
unloader. The unloader removes
Okay,
all the
okay.
oil
Yeah. So I
on second stage.
okay, okay. Yes, right. So I tell you why we use the aftercooler. The function of the aftercooler is that when air is compressed at second stage, its temperature will also increase. Okay. So high temperature air we cannot use directly because we know that the high temperature air it means less density. Am I right? Okay. So that's reason we have to reduce its temperature firstly. So that is the main reason we use the aftercooler. Okay. And the second reason is that in second stage compression there is a lubrication takes place inside the compression piston and cylinder. Okay. So sometimes the tube oil enter inside the cylinder and goes to the air bottle through the compressed air. So if we did not use the aftercooler and we know that the temperature of the compressed air is very high, so there is might be chances of the fire hazard in the air bottle. So that's why we have to remove this some some oil particles from the compressed air. So that's why we use the aftercooler. So these are the main two functions of the aftercooler. Uh, am I right?
Bro, I think might be it, the lube oil can enter in stage one also now.
Yes, staging also you can enter, but there is a
I think both intercooler and aftercooler had this. I mean, you are telling this removing the lube oil
Yes, so
particle.
actually both
So,
both the intercooler and aftercooler has the unloader thing fitted,
uh,
which removes all the. But in case after second stage of the unloader, some of the oil get in the line. That's why we have to reduce the temperature.
yes,
The
I
safety
think
part,
if,
we have to just make sure that the line does not get fired.
uh, okay. Yes, we have.
yes, if the lube oil can enter in stage one, after that it can also be entered in stage two now. So it get damages the piston of stage two. So I think it is also placed in intercooler
Yes,
also.
yes. I think it will be provided in intercooler also, but
But yes,
there is no
we need
chances
to
of the
make sure
fire
that
hazards na, in intercooler.
yes, we need to make sure that before entering the air bottle, we should the air should be clear.
Yes, because
It's
in
actually
air
some
bottle
of
there is
the yes.
yes,
We were talking about the lube oil after first stage, no?
yes. After first stage,
After first stage, actually, some of the lube oil can be used to lubricate the the disc like a valve for the second stage. And there is a one thing fitted in between those. There is another safety cutout. So sorry, not safety cutout. It's an unloader thing after the first compression. That to remove the oil, excess oil, not all the oil, excess oil from the first compression. Some
just
of the oil can be passed to the second stage and to lubricate the valves.
okay, okay. I will send the chart of the compressor working process. Okay, after this session, and we can check this the process chart. Then we can find the which part we use to remove the oil moisture from the compressor in a intercooler and aftercooler. Okay, Vihan.
Yeah, bro. Got it.
Okay. So the today's session we have covered the all compressor questions which are important and basically frequently asked in the interviews. Okay. So anyone having a doubt about this compressor, then you can your questions on our group. Okay. Yes, Sanket.
Bro, I have one doubt that after that what after compression in second stage, after we pass the air through aftercooler, so we are reducing the temperature of air. So
Okay.
what if means what is actual requirement? Say if high temperature air that we will store in the that air bottle. So high temperature means it will have low density. Low density air is stored in the store tank. So more amount of air we can store, na? Rather than high density air.
No, no. Yes, Sahil, you can explain.
Yes, actually, after we heat the air, no, in the second stage, that as
Hmm.
temperature increases, the density decreases actually. The That's why we cannot store more amount of air with that much high temperature. If we reduce the temperature, we can store same amount of pressurized air, but as a high, you know, amount of air can be stored is high. That's the concept.
Yes,
Okay,
Sanket bro.
that means dense. What do we say? Density decreases. So volume. What will happen to volume actually?
Density decreases, then what will happen in volume?
I mean, volume will increase or decrease.
Sahil bro, what will happen if density decrease, then volume increase or decrease?
Hello.
Yes, what will happen if density increase, then what will happen in volume, increase or decrease?
Actually, density decreases, then volume increases. No, correct if I'm wrong.
Yes, yes, you are right. Just a minute.
If density will decrease, absolutely, obviously that volume get going to be high.
Okay, I was in misconception that if density decreases, so we will require less space to fill that. So we
Um,
can.
Okay, okay. So your
more
concept.
dense means we can store more amount. No, more dense
Bro,
air require less
hot air
space.
having higher density or lower density?
Lower density.
Lower density. I think higher, maybe.
Just a minute.
Hot air.
Just a minute. I check.
Okay, you check.
I think higher, bro.
Continue.
Hot
Okay,
air,
Hot air, low
okay,
density.
okay. Just tell me one thing. In hot air balloon, we use hot air, no, to fly the balloon, that big one.
yeah, yeah.
Hello.
Yes, yes, yes.
So, what is the density of that air? Is it high or low? If the density of that air is high, the balloon should not fly. No, it can stay on the ground only.
Yes, it
Uh,
has low density.
bro.
In air conditioners
Uh,
also,
yes,
that
yes, bro.
cold air has higher density. That's why
Yeah.
it's settled down.
Yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
yes, bro. High temperature means less density, and its volume. Okay, is high. Yes, high temperature means less density. Okay, so if your density will less, then mass of air will be also less. Am I right?
Yes, yes, I right.
So that is the concept.
We can store
Okay, okay.
more amount of the air if the temperature is low, basically the 20 or 30 day, whatever it is. If you reduce some temperature after that.
That's it. Right. Got it. Yes, Sanket, bro. Anyone doubt?
No, clear.
Okay, bro. So thank you all of you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.